Hey, I'm sitting here just relaxing and listening to the neighbors having a party across the street. And I figured, may as well draw a couple of cards. I don't know what you're up to or how your day's been, but I hope it's been really good. And I hope you're doing really good. I hope you can see through the bullshit in the world more clearly and easily now. Guardian at the gate. So, you're changing. You're working together with someone. Indy and Sword of Fiery Truth, or he of the Fiery Sword, whatever. You have a decision that's coming up for you, or that you're facing this decision already, Phoenix. And look. Wait, let me just cut this a few times and wiggle them around. What? Again? Wow, okay. You have come to some realization of truth that has spurred a decision to be made within you. Like it's made a decision that you've had to make clear within you. And you're moving through a phase of your life where things are about to be really different. Like really, really, really different. And moving through this and getting your crown over there and moving past that, or allowing the light to flow through and onto you and like all around you, makes you see things that you don't want to hold on to anymore. And you're thinking, do I hold on to this or do I hold on to that? Which one do I hold on to? Any of them. They're all you. You don't have to let any of them go. You don't have to let any of it be messed up. Like, you don't have to let go, technically, because it's pieces of you. It's all you. And with all of it, it acts like fuel to help you transform yourself, which brings you to the collective of your own soul tribe. You've probably been stuck in a place in neighborhood and with people that weren't really your tribe. They were there in that part of your life where you were learning how to be you and, recognizing you. But now that you know you, you got to give what you were up to be who you are now. It's like becoming the president of a company, and you don't act like the president of the company. You're acting like a 16-year-old brat, and you don't really care. You're not holding yourself with maturity or respect or any of those things, but you kind of are. In brief moments the light comes out, but the next phase of your life that you're going into, you're being asked to decide to be the real you, the full you, and put that negative immaturity, not childishness, not playfulness, but negative immaturity, to put that aside and use that to become a better version of yourself. You can be immature and bratty and all these different things all you want, but your predominant state of being needs to be that of a transformed individual. That way you can connect with your collective in a better way. And be honest with yourself. Look, that's the number 4, that's a number 4. So in order to see the truth of who you are, you have to go within and be quiet a little bit inside yourself and allow look at all these colors. Look at all of this honesty and decision making and a path behind you and a path before you, who you truly are and what you're becoming, the people that have supported you, and you knowing that the past has served its purpose. You can move forward into the future, but you're going to have to be honest about what role you played in the past. You can't stand in the middle of the past and the future and pretend that you didn't do anything. And whatever you did and had to do with some other people, it completed a chapter in their life. In doing so, they went into a state of healing and found the truth within themselves, which caused a transfiguration of not only the mind, body, and spirit, but all the bodies. The entire structure of the universe was changed. It's like the vibration was uplifted. Because of the drama and the pain you went through, and the lessons you learned, pearls of wisdom you gained, you can move forward. And you don't have to let the past go. You just have to acknowledge that you're not living in it anymore. That the future you can have is one that's so bright you can't even completely see what it's all about. So you have to have faith and trust and know that you're not only guided and guarded, but you're truly, truly, truly on your path. Because each person has their own doorway. We can't go through each other's doorways. We go through the doorway and we come out the other side who we are and who we built ourselves up to be in this world. You take who you've become with you. You don't just disappear into nothingness. And slow down a little in your life and in the way, like even the way I'm speaking. The fairy godmother watching over you. Whoa. Does this mean what I think it means? Initiation, soul drinker, gotcha. Interesting. Not being it, and look, I'm not being allowed to see more of it, or I can't see more of it. Blocked, white room, initiation, and a shadow form of yourself that's deceiving you, keeping your inner child trapped so that you don't have any fun in your life, because it doesn't like fun. Oh, you've become aware of a part of your life that has been completely toxic to you. Like, not toxic in the, oh, he did this and she did that. No, like, you were really doing something terrible to yourself. You were like, I mean, it could be different for anybody watching this, but you know in yourself the ways you've screwed up in your life. And you gotta stop blaming yourself. The things you did and the things that people did to you, like, you were all playing a role. You can't go to like a celebrity and be like, you did a role and I cried in that role and it really broke my heart. I can't believe you did it. Like, she's gonna, he or she's gonna laugh at you and say it was just a role. What's real? And that just reminded me of a line in Westworld where the guy is asking, what is real? And the answer, like in this long thing, was that which is irreplaceable. So when you're deciding on what to take with you, or how to balance yourself, your mind and your heart, and how to be honest about what you want and your needs and desires, and the little details in your life, the slow and steady pace that you've forgotten about, maybe because you've had too much caffeine in your life, or you're not acknowledging that, the wisdom of youth and the wisdom of the crone is in you at all times. You don't need to be a certain age. You don't need to be, a grand cosmic creature or a teeny insignificant little, glimmer of honesty that breaks apart the entire illusion. You don't need to be involved in any of that. You just grow. I hope this makes sense. This is such a weird reading. I feel like you're a caterpillar breaking out of your cocoon, and you're, trying to move like a caterpillar does, and you're not aware that you have wings. Like, you have wings. You've already begun the evolution process. So stop acting like you're a muggle or a sheeple or whatever, and start acting like the goddess that you are. Give yourself that dignity. Give yourself that honesty of who you are, and walk and talk and act like it. Play the role of who you are. all the time. Don't be less than yourself around other people. Don't teeter-totter between being amazing and a source of wisdom and inspiration and passion or whatever, and think that you have to lessen yourself because there's other people around. You don't need to do that, because you've already gotten past the insecurity and lack of confidence, because you know who you are. So connect with the greater field and the great central sun and the source that is you, to slow your life down and move forward in a direction that is based on truth and beauty and love and light, not, a path that has you constantly going from one doorway to the other to find another pearl to put on your crown so that you can feel like you're transformed. Everyone's waiting for you. Oh, Natalie Merchant's song, Golden Boy. Everyone's waiting for you to make your entrance. Look, another pearl. Time for you to move. Or change the way you move. It's like the difference between a woman in a gown and a woman in yoga pants, and they're both attempting to walk really like on a catwalk, and it depends on how you're carrying yourself. Both can do it 100% well and perfect and beautiful and graceful, but how are you doing it? That communication within your being towards your true self. How are you carrying your beautiful vessel? You might need to ground, by the way, like go outside and sit in the grass and barefoot for a few minutes. Yeah, you're changing. Your life is changing. A transition point in your life is coming, a very positive one. And you can't really see what's coming ahead past that, because the eyes that look at the door can't be the eyes that look through the door on the other side. Once you walk through that door, your eyes are new. You'll see things differently. You'll know things differently. You'll simply be aware of the threads that connect all of us, and you'll be more honest with yourself, and you won't allow yourself to think negative thoughts, because you'll realize you're connected to everything, and every negative thought you have goes into the pattern of creation that creates communication between the neural networks that maybe, just maybe, is a little pointless. Like frivolous small talk when you're trying to console somebody that is heartbroken. Like, just get right to the wisdom. Get right to the pearls of truth that are in you. Let that light shine and stop pretending to be part of, the pixies. And there's nothing wrong with the pixies, but the pixies also are a part of a greater collective. And you have your role to play in that collective, and if you don't move around in your life as if you already are that, you'll be doing yourself a great disservice. The future is pregnant with possibility for you. So much. Like I see people moving across a bridge, and they're all going from one side to the next, and they're leaving behind a world. And the world they're leaving behind, they feel like they could have done something differently or better for it, but you really couldn't have. You done everything you knew to do in the moment you knew to do it, and even if you didn't, forgive yourself. You didn't because you had a very, very good reason for yourself at that time for why you didn't do what you didn't do. Even if that reason was pure and utter laziness, claim it. You were lazy in that moment, and you didn't do something. You didn't say something. You didn't go the extra mile. You didn't master maker it. You let the globe spin, and you didn't really care which way it went. You let things change and transform in a way that was in your way, that you were allowing the universe to deal with it so that you didn't have to. You acknowledged something was an issue, and you released it. You were just like, I'm not dealing with that right now. So don't blame yourself for those situations. You know, yeah, what you could have said and done would have probably made a difference in someone's life. They would have cried less, or they would have been happier, or whatever, and that ripple would have spent out, gone out from them. But withholding that communication, that aspect of yourself, that honesty that expresses the energetic imprint of who you are to the whole, prevents connections from being made, which then keeps you, in a way, isolated and alone and looking at the details of things and the minor, slow movement of, taking step by step instead of going by leaps and bounds. You can do step by step or leaps and bounds. You can lie, you can be deceitful, but it's benefiting nobody. The world is still changing, people are still moving, things are still evolving, and nobody knows where everything's going to end up at. So you can continue the same pattern, or you can use a sword of truth and use the masculine energy within you to move forward. Instead of thinking that your masculine energy makes you a man or a protector or whatever, use it as the electricity that it is to the